Here's the scene where you see Luke and his crew on, on Mars. What are you doing here? I'm actually surprised this wasn't on. Yeah, this is of course with the for Disney Plus and Hulu. So now here's where you see Luke and his crew. That's that Russian guy. He's played. By the way, he's played by an actor named Peter. Peter Outerbridge. He was, by the way, is actually a Canadian actor. He one notable thing I know him for. He played in the sixth Saw movie. He replaced some Russian guy. Now, when this movie was now famously the film's trailer for this movie, I believe, was notorious for actually being made up of some. Yeah, now Brian De Palma after this movie, he later disowned this film, claiming he called this movie a really difficult film to make. Because for one thing, it wasn't his movie; it was someone else's movie. Now, Gore Verbinski, I believe did not take any credit. He didn't take any credit. He basically had his name completely erased from the film to a point. But I think I might be wrong, but I think he has a credit thank. But I think he has a thanks. But I think he received a thanks. But I think he has a minor thanks in the film's credits. But otherwise, he pretty much kind of took his name off this movie. Now, Verbinski later made up with the troll production of this movie by helming the original Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which even though that movie had a troll production as well, that movie at least Verbinski was able to actually see it all the way, was actually able to make it all the way through, without being fired over budget problems. In fact, originally, oh, now here's where see the rovers. That's the rover vehicle there, rover robot I meant. Now, now, when this movie came out, this movie had a bit of promotion by Disney Touchstone. It got promotion through, I believe, Disneyland and Disney World magazines. Now, the Mission to Mars was actually a pretty popular attraction at Disney World and Disneyland resorts. I believe it was opened in the 1960s. 60s. However, in the 1980s, it got an upgrade, and in the 1990s, it got a further upgrade. However, this movie was actually such a flop, and actually caused Disney and Touchstone caused Disney to actually close the Mission Mars attraction. It actually closed shortly after the movie came out because of how much of a flop. It was later retrofitted into Mission Earth, into Mission Space, into Mission Space, into Mission Space. Here's where you see the World Space Station. The World Space Station. These guys. There's the scanner machines. They have the scanner machines on, so as you can see. Alright, move it closer up the power. We're gonna try it again. Here's where Jim is. Here's where it's Jim's birthday. Now with Jim, you don't really see much of his life. You don't. All you know is that he has a wife who's dying, or has passed away, or has died, likely of cancer or some kind of disease. There's nothing you can do about it, Ray. We're 100 million miles away. Okay, let's blow it out. We're all set here, Chief. All right, let's crank up the juice. See what's in this sucker. As you can see, there's the probe.